All right, so on to line 2. This.g, remember this is a new C instance, and so we need to look inside the C class, find the G method there, and then we're going to print out this. So C, G, and then Y is going to be taken from the C class, and so that's going to be 6. And then C.g, okay, so that's basically the same thing as here, except that now we're calling it from the class, right? So notice that there are two ways of calling a static method. We can call it either with the class name or we can call it with an instance name. They both work. But static basically means that the method belongs to the class, and it's accessible also by an instance object because, you know, if you think about it, an instance shares everything that belongs to the class too. It can still access everything. If you think back to Python, class variables and instance variables, every instance could still access the class variable. It's just that any modification, any changes to a class variable is updated and reflected for all instance objects. Whereas if you update an instance variable, it's only updated for that particular instance. So same thing here. Okay, so again, we're going to print out CG, and then Y is still going to be 6. Okay, and so we just did this one, and so now we're going to go AB.G. So AB.G is going to be inside the B class because the static type of B is, sorry, the static type of AB is B. And remember that we don't override static methods for dynamic method selection, but in this case, it just happens that AB is also dynamically type B. So we print out BG and then Y. Y is going to be taken from the B class, so that's going to be 4. And then finally, we have this. So this is going to be casted to a static type A. So the compiler is going to look inside the A class, screenshot this G method. But remember, right, that the dynamic method selection rule works only for non-static methods. And so this screenshot that the compiler took at compile time is still going to hold true, even though we know that this is actually dynamically a C type. Right, so we're just going to print out A, G, and then again, Y is going to be taken from the class that we're already in, which is A, and so, whoops, that's going to give us 2. And that is it for line 2.